Hello everyone and welcome to CS61B Midterm 1 review session. My name is Anniyat and today I'm going to cover the question number 1 on the worksheet, the reptile room. Before we begin, I would like all of you to skim through the problem that we have on the left side of the screen, which is the reptile room, of course, and let's take a look at the lines one by one. First of all, we're defining our public class reptile, and then we're instantiating 4 variables. This is a very crucial line because usually one of these variables will be what we refer to as a static variable. So static variables are the variables that belong to the whole class, and if it changes once, that means that it will change for all of the instances of that class. It will be really important in the next questions, but yeah. Now, we're going to look at the line number 7, which is the constructor. We are saying that our type is equal to the provided type, the name is equal to the provided name, location is going to be equal to the provided location, and age is equal to the provided age. Perfect. We also have relocate, which changes the location. We have birthday, which increases the age by 1, swap, which swaps the type of our variable, and also we have flop, which does a very weird thing. I'm not really sure what it does yet. With that being said, we're ready to start the execution of the main method. On the line number 35, we are creating our reptile A. So let's do that real quick. So we're trying to execute this line, and our A points to, let's copy over this box. Our variable A points to a reptile class, and the type is going to be iguana. Our name is going to be equal to Isabella. Our location is going to be North Carolina, which means that this location is now North Carolina. Let's shorten it with NC. And the age of our reptile A is going to be equal to 3. Notice how I did not draw an arrow from age to our variable 3. This is because 3 is a primitive variable, which means that it has a different pass by value behavior. For more information, take a look at sorry about that, discussion number 2 slides. Perfect. Now let's try to execute the line number 36, where we're creating a new reptile. With the type snake. With the name Katya. Location is going to be Colorado. So here we have a really interesting change. So the location, since it's a static variable, now changes for all of the instances and the class itself. So our location is no more North Carolina. Instead, it's going to be Colorado. And age of our variable B is 5. Now, when we try to do system.out.println a.location, we're going to get this location, which is Colorado. So this will print Colorado. Perfect. Now, let's execute the line number 38, which is the declaration and instantiation of the new variable C. I don't think it will fit on the same page, so let's put it here. So the type of our variable C is crocodile. Let's shorten it for croc. And its name is Suha, and our crocodile is from California. Again, since location is a static variable, it will change here for all of our instances of reptile. And age of our variable C is 1. Now, if we try to do system.out.println a.location, it will still print out the location, which is the static variable, which currently stores the value California. Perfect. Now, when we try to do system.out.println reptile.location, we're still going to get the same value, which is California. Notice how we can access the static variable location through the class name itself. So you don't need an instance of it. Actually, you can access it directly through the class name. So on line 41, we're going to create a new variable d. And its type is going to be gator. Name is rem. And we're changing the static variable location from California to Georgia. Age of our variable d is 6. Now we're trying to do system.out.println b.location. So this will print out whatever our value is here, which is Georgia. Now let's execute relocate Alaska. When we do that, we are going to try to execute this method, which takes in a string called L. So here, our L is going to be Alaska. So we can imagine that our L here stores the value Alaska. And we're going to change the location from Georgia to Alaska, which looks something like this. Perfect. Now, if we try to do c.location, we will get Alaska. And d.location is also Alaska. Reptile.location is, of course, Alaska too. Now let's execute birthday A. So our variable A, in this case, is an iguana named Isabella. And we're going to celebrate its birthday, which means that we're going to increment A's age by 1. It's currently 3, so instead it will become 4. Perfect. Now we will do the next print line, which is a.name, a.type, plus turned, plus string value of a.age, plus in, and then plus location. Now, whenever you deal with these kinds of print statements, it's useful to do them one by one. So a.name is currently Isabella. Now we will concatenate the word the, and then we will stick the A's type right next to it, which is iguana. We will concatenate the word turned, string.value of a.age, A's age is 4. In a.location is going to be Alaska. Perfect. So this is the output of this print statement. Now let's execute the line number 50, which is flop CB. So flop, this will be C, and this will be B. Perfect. Now we will do a very weird line, which is line number 29. So we're going to create a reptile temp, which is equal to A. So reptile temporary will point to wherever our variable C is pointing. In this case, notice how it is not actually the variable A, the iguana Isabella. It will be whatever we're passing in, and in the line 50, we passed in C as our first variable. So temporary will point to wherever our variable a is pointing to. After that, we will do a is equal to b, but in our case, the variable a is c. So we will do something like this. Perfect. And after that, we will do b is equal to temporary. So b will now be equal to temporary, which is this object. Perfect. Then we are going to do system.out.println b.type. So b's type is snake. For that reason, we are going to print out the word snake. Now let's execute swap dc. So we're going to work with the variables d here as our a and c as our b. Let's delete this temporary pointer. And instead, our new temporary pointer will be equal to a.type. So here, a is not actually a, instead it's c. So let's take a look at whatever our c is pointing to. It's pointing to this box, and therefore our variable temporary will be pointing to wherever a.type is currently pointing at. So a.type is pointing to snake. For that reason, temporary will also point to the string snake. Now we will do the following line. Wait, I actually made a mistake here. Since wait, okay, so first of all, our variable a is not actually a, it's d, because on line 50 something, on line 52 we passed in d as our a, so temporary will be equal to d.type, which is gator. Perfect. Then we're going to change a.type to b.type. So d's type, which is currently gator, well, is now going to be equal to c.type, which is snake. So type pointer is no longer pointing to gator. Instead, it takes us all the way to snake. Perfect. After that, we are going to do b.type is equal to temporary. So in our case, the variable b is c. So c.type is going to be equal to wherever our temporary pointer is taking us. So this whole pointer now takes us to gator. The reason behind it is that our temporary variable is currently pointing to gator. Now we're done with the execution of the swap method, and we're going to print out d.type, which in our case is gator. Oh no, it's not gator. It now takes us to snake. With this, we're done with the walkthrough of the question number 1 in the midterm review, the reptile room. Notice how the variable namings are intentionally a bit confusing. The best way to deal with this will be to actually do this kind of sign to note that in our swap method, B is actually referring to C, and A actually refers to the reptile D. Thank you so much.